The medical pod hissed open, and Harry's lungs burned as they dragged in their first breath in half a century. His vision swam, crystallizing slowly into the face of a woman he didn't recognize. Violet skin, eyes like molten gold, and a crown of living light that pulsed above her head. She was crying. "Harry Chen." The woman whispered, her voice breaking. "You're awake." He tried to speak, but his throat was sand. The woman, no, the queen, judging by the ornate robes and the dozen guards flanking her, pressed a glass of water to his lips with trembling hands. "Who?" Harry managed. "You don't remember me," she said, and something in her voice cracked his heart. "But I remember you. Every day for 50 years I remembered." The memories came flooding back then, not gently but like a tidal wave. The diplomatic mission to Zephoria, the marketplace attack, the child. 50 years earlier, Harry had been a junior security officer on humanity's first contact mission to the Zephorian Empire. The insectoid aliens had been cautious but welcoming, their crystalline cities a wonder that took his breath away. He'd been off duty, exploring the market when the rebels struck. They came from the crowd like shadows, their weapons primitive but deadly, crossbows loaded with arrows tipped in Zephorian venom, a toxin that liquefied organs in minutes. The target was obvious, the small violet-skinned girl in royal garments, separated from her guards by the panicking crowd. She couldn't have been more than 7 years old. Her golden eyes were wide with terror as 3 arrows flew toward her chest. Harry didn't think. He just moved. He'd thrown himself in front of her, his body armor absorbing 1 arrow, his flesh taking the other 2. The pain was instantaneous and absolute, like molten metal in his veins. He'd collapsed, the girl's screams echoing in his ears as his vision darkened. The last thing he'd seen was her face, tears streaming down her violet cheeks as she pressed her small hands against his chest, screaming for help in a language he didn't understand. The venom should have killed him in minutes. But humanity's biology was alien to Zephoria's toxins. It didn't kill him. It put him in a coma, his body locked in a war between poison and survival. "Akeem," Harry breathed, the name surfacing from memory. You were just a child." The queen, because that's what Akeem had become, nodded, tears spilling freely now. "You saved my life, Harry Chen. And in doing so, you changed everything." She gestured and a holographic display materialized. Harry watched, stunned, as history unfolded before him. His sacrifice had become legend. The human who'd thrown himself in front of Zephorian arrows without hesitation. The bridge between species. The peace treaty that followed had been named after him. The Chen Accord, 50 years of cooperation between humanity and Zephoria, all built on the foundation of one impulsive act of heroism. "My father, the Emperor, spent every resource trying to save you," Akeem said. "Our best scientists worked with human doctors. They kept you alive, kept searching for a cure. My father died 15 years ago, but he made me swear to never give up on you." She knelt then, this queen of an empire spanning 6 star systems, and bowed her head before him. "I took the throne 20 years ago," she continued. "Every day I visited your medical pod. Every day I told you about our worlds, about the peace you'd given us, about the children, human and Zephorian, who grew up playing together because you showed us that species doesn't matter when a child is in danger." Harry's hands were shaking. "Akeem, you don't have to." "Yes, I do," she said fiercely, looking up at him. "You gave your life for mine when you had no reason to, when our peoples were strangers. You taught me that true strength isn't in weapons or crowns. It's in the courage to protect those who cannot protect themselves." She stood, wiping her eyes, and Harry saw the child she'd been and the woman she'd become. 3 months ago, we finally synthesized the cure," Akeem said. "A combination of human and Zephorian medicine. You're the first person to survive Zephorian venom in our recorded history." Harry looked down at his hands, still pale from decades of sleep. 50 years, he whispered. "Everyone I knew? Your family knows you're awake?" Akeem said gently. "Your sister is in orbit right now on the fastest ship we could send. Your parents didn't live to see this day, but they visited you often. They were proud of you until the end." The pain of that loss hit him like a physical blow, but Akeem's hand on his shoulder steadied him. "You have a place here, Harry Chen, for as long as you want it," she said. "Ambassador, advisor, friend, whatever you choose. You gave me 50 years of life. Let me give you something in return. A purpose, a home, a family. She smiled then, radiant and warm. Besides, I have 50 years of stories to tell you, and I've been practicing my human chess game. I think I can finally beat you. Harry laughed, surprising himself. It hurt, but it felt good. You remember that? I remember everything, Akeem said softly. How you showed me your chess set in the market before it happened. How you promised to teach me to play. She produced an ornate chess set, half the pieces carved in human style, half in Zephorian crystal. I've been waiting 50 years for that lesson, she said, and I've learned that a queen must always keep her promises, especially to the man who taught her what it means to be worthy of a crown. As Harry reached for the chess pieces, his hand steadier now, he realized something profound. He'd lost 50 years, but he'd gained something far more valuable. He'd helped build a bridge between worlds, proved that humanity's greatest strength wasn't technology or weapons, but the simple, stubborn refusal to let the innocent suffer. Checkmate in 50 years, Harry said, setting up the board. Akeem laughed, the sound like crystal bells. We'll see about that, old friend. We'll see. Outside the medical bay, two civilizations celebrated together, united by the memory of a man who'd taken poisoned arrows for an alien child, and the queen who'd never forgotten him.